in any way, it is still a sport where Dennis Rodman can get in the ring and can give it a shot. And if he's a flop, big deal. If he brings people in, that's all you care about. But that can't happen in other professional sports.
Yeah, it can't happen in other professional sports, but he still gets the big money, and he's a flop, like you said. Yeah. And one match, you know, I'll probably make a couple $1 million. Well, we don't make that. So, you know, what's the promoter thinking of?
Jim,
you know?
if you fight him, and you were fighting Dennis Rodman, would you... I'm liking the laugh. Keep with the laugh. Would you lay a beating on him more so within the boundaries of what's acceptable in your sport, more so because of that?
For starters, I'm a professional, for one thing. You know, you say I lay a beating on that. What does that mean?
Well, I mean, you are in the wrestling business, the beating business, right?
Possibly, yeah.
Right.
Well, you know, the wrestling business, we're wrestlers. You know, I don't beat people. You know, a punch, a kick, occasionally fine. But Dennis Rodman, you know, he's awful skinny, for one thing.
Yeah, tall and skinny.
But most of these guys that come in, like Rodman or Fridge, or they're in the ring with the WWF superstars, and it's like, gosh, after that match is over, boy, I'm glad I'm done with this, and you never see him again.
Yeah.
Like, wow, he's like escaped their life. Like, oh.
They just disappear off the face of the earth. No more Rodmans, no more refrigerators,
that
you know.
canvas is so rough.
Yeah.
So you get the opportunity. So on one hand, you don't like them because they make the money, but on the other hand, nothing will give you respect and your sport respect than guys like that getting in the ring and going, wow, this is pretty tough.
It's not as if a matter of I don't like them because of the money. It's a matter of they come in thinking they can do it. After 19 years, 18, 21, they can't do it. They can't come in the ring and do what we can do. Right. I can't go in the on a basketball court and do what they can do. I can't go in the boxing ring and do what Mike Tyson can do. But for one night,
Mike Tyson did.
But for one night, I'm willing to give it a try for that top money, for that big money.
Right. Absolutely. And Jim, I apologize. I don't know how I could have accused you of laying beating on guys, given the nature of your sport. Off the record with these three great wrestlers and three great personalities. Back with more in a moment. To you, will Jim Neidhart be bringing back the greatest gimmick of all time? That being who? You wore a yellow mask and yellow tights. And then you went in the ring. So what's the word?
Well, I hate to disappoint everybody, but that wasn't me.
Who? That
wasn't you.
Who?
Did you see what was coming out of my mouth there, Mike? No, it wasn't me.
I didn't see it. I saw it, but maybe I didn't hear it.
No, whoever that was. Yeah, people say, you know, geez, Jim, you know, where you wearing a mask? Well, it wasn't me. I didn't wear any mask, so sorry about your email letter.
It looked like you, and you are known to wear disguise.
Did you see any beard or sunglasses or anything like that?
No, I guess not. So clearly it wasn't you. Let's talk about the international appeal of wrestling, and you guys have fought literally all over the world, and that's part of the job description for WWF. Tell me about a fan in Kuwait as opposed to a fan in Red Deer, Alberta. What's the difference?
Fans in Red Deer, no. Go on, say it, Davey.
Go on, say it to me, Davey.
The fans in Red Deer know.
It's all off the record.
They know what the wrestling's all about. They know Stampede Wrestling. They know the WWF, the WCW, but the fans in Kuwait, they're absolutely nuts. They're crazy.
Okay, hold on. Honky Tonk. What does he mean? They're absolutely nuts.
I would suppose he probably, it means to say that they get a little bit more excited over some things.
What does that mean? Give me an example.
Probably hard to control our emotions, maybe. A little bit unstable. You know, some of those places over in the Middle East are very unstable, and I can understand why when you take a wrestling match over there and they get so worked up and into a frenzy.
Okay, you got to help me out here because you watch wrestling North America from Sky Dome, from Madison Square Garden, and you see what I see are fans losing control. So if you're telling me in Kuwait they really lose control, I got to know what that means. Like, what are they doing?
Like saliva coming out of their mouth and stuff like that.
Means they'll shoot you, they'll stab you. Last time I was there, they threw a brick in the ring, and I saw it coming, and I duked, and they hit the referee, Earl Hebden, and knocked him out cold. I was wrestling Shawn Michaels, and I said, this wouldn't happen in the States. This wouldn't happen.
It would not happen in Red Deer or Lethbridge or Toronto.
I don't know about Toronto.
Anvil, what's the worst thing that you have seen from the ring or walking in the ring or at a card that you were at around the world? And where was it?
The worst thing
The
internationally?
Worst thing, internationally.
I think dressed as who?
The worst thing happened to me?
Or that you've seen?
Oh gosh, I've seen. Geez,
or that happened to you?
That's a good question. Well, I'll tell you, one time I was entering the ring one time in Muscat in the Oman, where we were just recently. And as I was going to the ring real fast, some fan grabbed me, touched me, and pulled me, and a big rusty nail went right through my leg, and I had a horrible time getting away from it so I could get to the ring. Of course, I was a lot younger then. I didn't know what I was doing too much, but that was fun. It hurt.
Rusty nail went through your
rusty
leg?
nail.
and then you went into the ring.
I got hooked up.
You didn't.
I had to get unhooked.
I'm thinking if that's me, I'm going home. But you actually went and fought?
Yeah, that's we have to go do that.
Jim's hooked on nails.
Honky Tonk, how about you?
It's not the foreign thing so much. I mean, these guys know. Madison Square Garden in New York, when you leave that building, if you're on the last match of the night, you usually have to get in some kind of a disguised car or the ambulance. They use the ambulance to take you out with the lights going. So the fans will leave the ambulance alone because they're not sure if it's wrestlers in there or not. But fans get distraught all over the world, no matter where it is. They get worked up over certain little things. I mean, it could be over because Dad lost his job today and he can't buy the kids any more milk, and then what are they going to do for school clothes? And then they got enough money to go buy a wrestling ticket, and they see a bad guy do something dastardly or some dirty deed, get somebody down, hit him a couple times, stomp him in the guts, and then they get all worked up and they start screaming. I had a little girl just the other night. I was in Seattle, Washington, and for some reason I took the tape off my wrist. I had the guy lean back. I was choking, and this little girl, she's about 10, 11 years old. She was screaming and crying and clawing her face. And I said, I'm going to kill him right here. I'll kill this clown. I was wrestling Dork the Clown. So, anyway, the kid was worked into a frenzy. For what? I don't know. Maybe I controlled her emotions for 5 minutes, 2 minutes. But that's what it's all about. It's sports entertainment. If we can control somebody's emotions, that's what we do. If Dennis Rodman can control somebody's emotions out on a basketball court, or Michael Jordan, that's what they do.
And all of you, the three of you, clearly respect that. And while you'd rather not have bricks thrown at you and nails stabbed at you, and you'd rather not have to leave in the ambulance, you got to know that you wouldn't be making the money you make because people wouldn't be watching if they didn't feel that kind of passion.
Yeah.
It goes with the territory. All right, get the nails out, get the bricks out. Here we go. Yeah. Back with more Off the Record in a moment. We asked our internet viewers a question, and we'll get the answer when we return about Honky Tonk Man. And if you'd like to communicate with us, we're at otr@tsn.ca. Fax us bricks, fax us whatever you want. Back in a moment. We asked on the internet, who's the greatest? Is it Honky Tonk Man or Muhammad Ali? 100%. What's the deal? I got to tell you that normally we actually just slide in like a 1% to make the guest feel good. What's the deal? That's terrible.
Well, obviously you've got some viewers that were products of American public school system or something. I don't know. And this free trade thing, they all just come on across the border maybe or something with absolutely no intelligence.
Well, the greatest, speaking of no intelligence, decided to get in the ring once with a wrestler himself. You guys, Muhammad Ali did fight against the Japanese wrestler, and I'm totally ashamed to say that I actually paid. I went to Maple Leaf Gardens and watched it.
Antonio Inoki.
Yeah, and that was terrible. And that's a bad thing for your sport, I got to believe, a promotion like that when it does.
It was the worst match I'd ever seen. Right. He spent Inoki spent about 20 minutes on his back trying to kick Ali in the legs.
Okay, I got to ask you a question. Just legit question. No time for an explanation. But if you were to get in the ring with Mike Tyson, no rules, anything goes, what would happen?
I'd just go at him.
Yeah. Would you beat him though?
I'd give him my best shot.
Right. Well, you're in trouble if he gives you his best shot, though.
Yeah. Maybe bites the ear.
You better get in
close. He likes to nibble on the ear.
Yeah. How about you, Jim?
Well, listen, it's really a known fact that any wrestler really can beat a boxer once you got his arms.
Right. You just got to get in close, fight in close, right, Honky Tonk?
I know the Anvil could take him, and I know Davey could, simply because Davey has a tremendous wrestling background. I would just, take him down and ride him like a stud horse.
Yeah. You know what? Let's not go there. That'd be a good gimmick, though.
Until his tongue hung out like a long red necktie. Then I'd roll him over and cover him like a blanket. 1, 2, 3. It'd all be over.
Okay, best shtick in your sport. We took an informal poll around here, and we're going to pick for this one The Undertaker. I mean, he is just, he's been going with this for like 7 years, right? And it just keeps on working. Flashbulbs going, the huge gothic music, the whole undead thing, 7 straight years. Huge popularity based on his shtick. You know, when he was WCW, he was Mean Mark Callis, and nobody knew him. I love his shtick. What do you guys think?
I wrestled against The Undertaker, and he's, for his size, you know, he's 6'10", 6'11". He's very agile, very athletic. And,
the dead man.
The dead man. He can turn it on when he wants to.
Right.
You know, and he turns it on about 250 nights a year.
Yeah, I like his shtick. You like it?
I think it's great. I never thought it would ever do what it did. It really surprised me. I think it shocked a lot of wrestling fans and a lot of wrestlers around the world that this Undertaker thing took off, and it's great.
Because he was the same guy, as I said, WCW.
Right, it's great. It's great for us.
Nothing.
It's great for the sport, and it's great for him, obviously.
All right, best finishing move. Everybody who's any good has probably got one. And off the record, we're going to say one of the great ones is the Stone Cold Stunner. There it is. I like the sharpshooter myself because I have personally been on this set and had Bret Hart apply it to me, and it was it finished this show. What do you think?
You can feel the wrath of it.
Yeah, Stone Cold Stunner. What do you think?
It's stunned you. It's pretty effective.
Well, that power slam you give.
My power slam's pretty effective
pretty good, too.
Davey Boy's got the power slam.
Yeah.
Honky Tonk, you did the
shake, rattle, and roll.
Shake,
neck
rattle, and roll.
Break their neck. Send them out in a wheelchair, man.
Okay. Well, how about the strongest guy? Strongest guy, WWF. What do you think?
Anvil Neihart.
Okay. Well, we were thinking Ahmed Johnson. What do you think?
No.
You know, no?
No.
No?
No, he's pretty strong, but he's not the strongest guy.
Okay, who's the strongest guy? Now, I'm thinking, you know, with Johnson...
But mentally or physically?
You know, he needs to fix his underwear, clearly, but the guy is strong. There's no doubt about it. Strongest physically in your sport. If it's you, tell me it's you. Don't be bashful, Jim.
It's
Don't be
me.
bashful.
I probably am the strongest, but...
Jim, you had the bench press record one time, right?
Yeah.
Over 500 or something? What was that?
I was, I benched 580 before, and I was a world-class shot putter for 10 years, representing the United States before I got into professional wrestling and football.
Davey boy, you come as a, clearly, with biceps covered, but you know, the pipes are there. Let's see it. No, don't put the camera on me if you want pipes. Yep, okay.
Look at that.
I'll buy that, okay. So Ahmed Johnson, maybe number 3, but he's not number 1 or 2. That's what you guys are telling me.
No, it's between me and Jim.
You got to know how to wrestle, for starters.
Right.
You know, the strength and all that, you know, it's fine. But you have to know how to wrestle. Like, you know.
Is it tough? I mean, you guys haven't had any problem doing it, paying compliments to other guys. If there's a bout that you could watch, who would you pay to see right now?
Right now, this moment, or what I've seen.
Either one. Give me one historically, then. What would you pay to see if you could go back in time and see it?
Myself and Brett in Wembley Stadium.
That was unbelievable.
Yeah.
That was
83,000 people, outdoor arena. Sold out. Sold more tickets than Michael Jackson, Madonna. Sold out in 3 days. Bam.
Jim, who would you pay to see?
That's a good question. I would probably like to see some of Stu Hart's early professional bouts in Madison Square Garden. You know, the older wrestlers that did, you know, it was a lot different then, and I'd enjoy seeing some of that.
Honky Tonk Man?
I'm going to go current, and I'm going to go futuristic. The Bret Hart boy toy Shawn Michaels match that'll be coming up soon. I think this is going to be the one of all time. I think this is going to be the one to go in the record books. It's probably going to be the best of the best, and obviously Bret is probably the best of the best. Now, I'm not going to dispute that. We've had our differences in the past, but I really want to see him put the sharpshooter on the boy toy.
Well, they have had a great one in the past, and there's no reason to think that that one won't be great as well. Back with more Off the Record in just a moment.
Because every time we go and break Mean Mike, you have something funny to say, something that you don't like about what we do. Anvil?
Honky Tonk, just respect my
No,
name.
you're Mean Mike. Anvil, would you show him what
Here.
Stu Hart, the famous promoter and trainer of champions,
take off my microphone.
Show him this amazing
hold. You take off your mic.
No.
I don't know the business. Relax.
Put it on him, Anvil. Put it on Mean Mikey. He don't want to be called Mike.
Oh.
Squeeze tighter, tighter.
Man.
Now, you talk about finishing a show and you want to finish. Davey Boy, the British Bulldog, probably the strongest wrestler in the World Wrestling Federation. Give him a finish. Give him a finishing move. Power slam him, Davey. Take him to the mat. Finish him off. That's Mean Mikey.
Slam. Let's go. Let's
give it to him right now.
Give it to him. Oh.
Have you had enough?
I didn't hurt you there, did I?
No.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I think the question that all of us want to know is it feasible that you could apply the shake, rattle, and roll on me?
I could. I could break your little neck.
I'm serious. Are you too old?
Let me check your neck.
Off the Record with Michael Landsberg is brought to you by the Keg Steakhouse and Bar. For great steaks, good friends, see you tonight.